I played 6 of the wildest Resident Evil clones on Steam, from nearly broken to nearly AAA. And since each game has a demo, you can check them out for yourself without dropping a dime. Alright, let's do this. First up is Lurking Danger, a psychological and survival horror game where you play as Elena and Regina, 2 diner waitresses who set out to uncover a dark secret. You can either play solo or in split-screen co-op, but until I get someone to play with, it's all solo. We cold open with someone gasping for air. You're right there. Gotta make it to the bathroom before my ass explodes. Oh god, that must be some bad tuna. We then meet Elena and Regina, 2 waitresses who are talking about serving the creepy Mr. Brown.
And I hate that he makes you feel that way.
It's okay, Regina. I'll take care of him. Thanks for looking out for me.
Now this place is really hopping. Here's Creepy McCreeperson right now.
Hello, gorgeous. How about the prettiest waitress here serves me today?
First of all, ew.
You're very polite. I like that. Bring me a coffee and stay for a chat, will you?
I don't think so.
Sorry, I'm busy with other tables.
As I scan the empty diner.
But there aren't any other tables to serve.
Oh no, he's on to me. Play it cool.
I understand.
Don't awkwardly walk away. Perfect. I proceed to whip up Mr. Brown's coffee.
Mr. Brown, that's a little too close to Mr. Shit.
This guy likes a fancy coffee.
Here you go.
Thank you, pretty.
What a weird thing to say. Thank you, pretty.
Believe me, the ladies, they love it.
I then serve another customer who's far less interested in conversation.
Ready to order?
Yeah, I'll just have a burger. Nothing else.
All right, a burger it is. I'll get that started for you right away.
Thank you.
Could have at least acknowledged I'm pretty. Okay, so I'm literally just playing Diner Simulator at this point.
Wow, Regina. That was fast. I didn't even get the chance to put in the order and you already have it.
No, you know, I'm just that good.
Oh, you know, this was just in the trash, so pretty fast. That chick is cutting corners. I'm gonna keep my eye on her.
Here you go.
Thanks so much.
Guess I'll just stand around then. Then the phone in the middle of the diner starts to ring. You know, that is a very strange place to put that phone. Hello?
Maybe it was just some stupid prank.
Yeah, totally. Them damn kids. Of course, after such a terrifying call, the first thing you have to do is clean the tables. God, I am really just doing tasks and chores, aren't I? The guy that just sucks up into my rag. It's like, whoop. Menial task done. Then we get a visit from a man who's looking for his missing sister. But Elena's reaction leaves me with more questions than answers.
She was always full of life.
Why are you talking about her in past tense?
Yeah, I remember now. She used to sit in the corner by the window. I haven't seen her in a while, though.
Are you sure? Something must have happened that night.
Now I'm suspicious of you, customer, if that is your real name.
I've seen her a few times, but nothing unusual.
Yeah, get it through your thick skull, customer. You don't know who you're messing with.
Do you think this diner has something to do with your sister's disappearance?
What? No. I'm not sure.
This guy's like, that's really suspicious.
If there's something you're not telling me, you should say it now.
Are you a cop? Because you gotta tell me if you're a cop.
Something's really off here. I can't shake the feeling that this guy knows more than he's letting on.
Right, he came in to ask about his missing sister, and now you're like suspicious of him. Something up with him. I don't even think his name is Customer. So now you talk to Regina about the conversation you just had. One that she shouldn't know anything about.
What's up with that guy who asked about his sister? He said the last time she was seen was here.
Is Regina just watching me from this room? Like, is there a hidden camera or something? Because how did she know the whole conversation I had with Customer?
Don't you think it's odd this is all happening right when the boss barely shows up at the restaurant anymore?
Now I'm starting to suspect Regina. The plot thickens.
Do you think the boss could be involved?
And that is a big leap. Why are they jumping to the boss did it?
I'm not saying it's him.
Oh,
But think about it. There are areas in the restaurant he doesn't want us to get near.
wait a second. You do think it's him. You're trying to trick me.
What if he's hiding something?
A few days ago, he told me not to go down to the basement. Said they were doing repairs.
Which I assume is code for killing sisters.
See? Something doesn't add up, Elena.
Oh my god.
And I can count on
After
you.
wrapping up their conspiracy theorizing, they get back to work. They're making these leaps in logic, jumping to these grand conspiracies, but then they're like, you know what? This place is a little dirty. We can't possibly investigate this missing person without a little cleanliness. God, the toilet's right there. You couldn't aim, really? With the clean floors, I then had to take out the trash. Nice thing I get a little cardio in when I'm taking out the trash. It's like 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay, can we now investigate the missing girl?
It's locked.
Regina, you bitch! When I re-enter the diner, I can tell something's not quite right, and I can see someone there in the corner.
Excuse me? Are you okay? Do you need help?
Oh god. Can I take your order? Ah,
Let go of me! Get off!
her calm get off kills that jump scare. Oh no, don't touch me. It's really scary.
First the nightmares, then those visions? No, this is too much.
I should probably clean some more. It's the only thing that calms my nerves. Was the jump scare the girl at the window, or the jump scare it telling me my joystick was disconnected?
You look like
It was never connected to begin with. Now things are starting to get real.
I have no choice.
We have to go to the basement. The basement of this small diner. You know, where they all have these dark basements.
We're trapped. Someone locked us in here.
It's probably you, Regina.
Relax.
You bitch.
It's probably just the wind.
Or
Or
that.
the door's old and slammed shut on its own.
Or maybe that too. After discussing all the possible ways we got trapped in the basement, we go further in and gather supplies.
One for each of us.
I'd rather not use that, honestly.
More guns for me then. Now it feels like survival horror. You got the light, you got the dark space, this giant basement for some reason under the diner. Guns, the solution to all of life's problems. After scrounging for some more supplies, we're introduced to our first enemy, and the combat. I think it's a raccoon. Just a really ugly, naked man-looking raccoon. Oh god. Get up. Oh! Guy lost his head. I don't know why he keeps telling me the joystick is disconnected. I'm not using a joystick. I'm not using a controller. I'm using a mouse and keyboard. After a bit of time exploring the maze-like sewer tunnels, we learn about Elena's backstory.
I didn't know you could shoot like that. Where'd you learn?
Where did I learn to not shoot, get attacked, get knocked over, and then barely get out with my life? Yeah, from my dad. He also sucked.
But it feels like they were built to go on forever.
Like most diners. Endless basements / sewers. So after what feels like an eternity of walking in these tunnels, we finally make it out.
Ow!
What was that ow? From what? We blast open another door. Once again, I will use my key and make it into this branching hallway. This is quite the elaborate basement for that diner. I think we're doing more than just serving burgers there. I think we're serving danger. After scrounging for some more supplies, we then get a chance for more combat, which might actually be worse than the first time. Oh shit. God, why does this feel so shitty? Ugh. God. Die!
Ow!
Oh god. Ow! This combat feels like ass! Oh, she kicks. Regina's got her gun, but she's like, hiya! Now that combat's out of the way, all that's left to do is find a lever to open a gate. And in this small area, that's way easier said than done. I spent so much time walking back and forth trying to find this damn lever. And I think I've looked at both ends. So maybe something up here? Alright, it needs a lever, okay.
Tell me something I don't know.
We go in this door? No.
Come on.
No, that door doesn't open up this way. Oh, shit, I didn't even see that. And I bet you didn't notice it either when I walked by it the first time. Yeah, gray on gray, not exactly the most obvious. Alright, let's take this lever where it needs to go.
That's what she said.
Alright, think we found a way out. You're not so tough without your head. Ew. Where's my mop when I need it? And that's Lurking Danger. I thought the character models looked decent, but they look like they're from an asset pack used by a lot of adult visual novels. The demo is so short that about half of the time is just Waitress Simulator. Combat feels awful. Now the visuals are a mixed bag, and the performance is pretty rough. But there are glimmers of a good game hiding inside. This setup is unique. The staples of survival horror are there, like resources, combat, and puzzles, and the fact that there's a co-op mode is really ambitious. So while I don't think it's ready for prime time just yet, it could be fun down the road. Next is Deep Space 7, a horror game definitely inspired by Dead Space. You play as Aya, a staff member who's trying to escape the research station with her life. But first things first, we have to check out the dressing room. Oh my god, look at that cake! That is a double-decker cake with extra frosting.
I just, I love cake, so.
The physics on it. Oh my god. I thought Project Werewolf had great butt physics. This might take the cake. Oh!
I hope you're proud of yourself.
Next, we can check out all of the character customization options. There are only 2 outfits unlocked right off the bat, and while there are a ton of other customization options, with all sorts of different sliders and buttons, they don't all do exactly what you'd think. Doesn't really look like it's doing anything. Eye separator is making your hair twitch. So the options are just really subtle, and they just make her hair twitch. There are quite a few options for hair, hair color, hairstyle, and while this isn't the most robust character creator, I think this would be a lot of fun to play with in the full game. But no more time to waste, let's get to the game. The 303rd, the 313th third.
Absolute perfection.
Okay, so maybe we don't know exactly what went down, but we do know it's not good. And we also know it's up to us. I explore this first area, reading all of the messages and trying to open all of the boxes, but I can't seem to figure it out. Is there a stomp or... How do I open up these damn boxes? I also make good use of the facilities. Wow, they really don't believe in privacy on the space station. See, that way you can chat while you're doing your business. You know, that is a bad seat, although maybe the ventilation is great, but sitting right next to that giant fan while you're taking a dump, not exactly the most relaxing. After more failed attempts at opening the boxes, I finally found the solution to my problem. Oh, yeah. You know what came next. My old nemesis, the box. Aha! Yeah. Alright, I feel much better knowing I can break these boxes.
I feel like I'm just starting to, like, feel like myself again, you know?
So with every box in the area destroyed, it was time to move forward. Emergency procedure door, no, power supply. Ooh, haha, power supply. Thought you could escape from me, did you? And that's when an even deadlier threat made its first appearance. Ooh. Hello? Are you friendly? After finding a pistol, I would learn the answer to that question. Oh, God. The answer is no. I also learned about other similarities with Dead Space, like exploding gas canisters, and the way health is displayed. Oh, look. Little diegetic health bar on your wrist. Again, very Dead Space.
Stop it! Stop! Okay, we get it!
After scrounging for some more supplies, we come across the biggest threat in the game. The map. Ooh, map. Okay. Why is it missing so much of the screen? Yeah, this may very well be one of the worst maps I've ever seen. And that's going to be a problem because this place is huge. I can't find my door card. What should I do? I guess someone took it. I then spend the next few minutes exploring and trying to get my bearings since I know the map won't be of any help. They are not skimping on the ammo. Oh my God, where am I? I found the keycard thief, and so I could finally make my way forward. Haha!
Oh, this is terrible. This accident seems to be particularly serious. I am now on the power deck. A lot of equipment here is broken.
A lot of equipment here is broken. Okay, how do I switch to my wrench? How do I switch to my wrench? Should not be tough. You'd think this would be simple, but I could not figure it out. And of course, I couldn't leave this box standing, so I did what I had to do. God damn it, am I gonna have to shoot every box? I'd like to use my wrench. It shows it's equipped. Unequip. Equip. Okay. I guess that works. That's super clunky. With my wrench in hand, I take out my aggression on the next enemy. You son of a bitch! Yeah. Where the hell am I? Oh, God. Every time? Really? I have to unequip and equip? There's no way that's right. There's no way! I should learn to listen to that guy, because he's absolutely right. I don't have to use the menus to change weapons, but I wouldn't learn it until after my next fight. God! You can hear him right there. God. Oh shit. It does not pause when you go in the menu. Oh, he's not dead! Shoot him! Shoot him! Stay down! Oh, it's so juicy. The solution was stupidly simple. Oh. I don't need to switch weapons. God, I'm an idiot.
That's because you suck, but we already knew that.
While I was on a roll, I also learned about the crafting and combination system, where you combine 2 different ingredients to create new materials or more powerful versions. I'll fill them with propellant. Okay. Nice. Now that I know what I'm doing, it's time to get serious. Hello, Grandma? Is that you? Oh, God! Why are you wearing that? Why are you so quirky? This damn hat. Oh, shit. Back off! Get him in the head! In the head! I live for the juice! Get that thing off your damn head. Yeah.
Stop! He's already dead.
Where do we have? Oh, God! It's right there! God, it doesn't hit down unless you're completely still. If you have any momentum at all, it swings wildly to the side, and then you can't hit them on the ground. I then picked up something that piqued my interest. Ooh, rabbit costume. Nice. Oh, shoot! It's something I'll have to check out later when enemies aren't trying to eat my face. Level 2 card. Excelente. We then have to complete a puzzle. It's pretty simple, where you just have to turn these areas to complete the circuit. But it gives us a ton of coins. Alright, easy enough. I hear somebody behind me. My little cat has gone missing for the 2nd time. It's a big space station. It'll take a lot of time to find it. I hope it will come back. What am I hearing? Oh, God! Ew! Where the fuck am I? God, this is the worst map ever. Yeah, my frustration with the map knows no bounds. I don't know why that view is so limited. Like, what am I supposed to learn from that? I spent the next 10 minutes aimlessly wandering around, trying to figure out where the hell I needed to go. With the level 2 key, I don't remember seeing a level 2 key door. Let's see. There's a door over there. I can't get to it. No. Well, that's useless. With all this wandering, I almost forgot that I'm not alone. Ah, how festive. Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. I eventually found where I needed to go. Level 2. All right. Going down. After making quick work of a few enemies, I get a shocker. And this is awesome. Boom! Yes. She spits, boys! And she doesn't go down. With all of the resources constantly thrown my way, my inventory filled up quick. I am full. Let's combine some things here. There we go, that's how we make room.
Oh, I was so scared. A monster attacked me just now. The monster was wearing work clothes.
That voiceover is way too cheery. Ooh, an inventory slot. Hell yeah. I need to make it through a few last enemies to install the security modules.
Elevator control system.
I'm then given some of the most important information in the game. Oh, now it tells me that you don't have to switch between the primary and secondary weapons. Really? Really? That would have been helpful like 30 minutes ago. All that's left to do is take out one final box before riding an elevator to freedom. So that's Deep Space 7. And while the demo's done, we're not done just yet. After all, we have to check out the rabbit costume. I mean, if I'm getting a costume, I'm checking out the costume. Now, I look very fancy. Okay, so what did I think? Well, as a first game from this solo developer, I have to say I'm blown away. This game was surprisingly high quality. Aya looks incredible, and the gameplay is a ton of fun. The fan service with all the costumes and the physics are the icing on the cake. The level design is interesting, but confusing, and since the map is one of the worst things known to mankind, it didn't help. If I were to give one piece of advice, it would be to improve the map. Zoom it out, fill in more of the screen, and give more indications of where to go and what's in each room. But great job on this project. I can't wait to see what this developer does next. So I'd say check this one out. Next up is Lunar Eclipse, a survival horror and sewing simulator game where you wake up in a research facility that's overrun with infected. You play as Eilish, a girl who wakes up in an incubator after a long sleep with more questions than answers. But the answers aren't coming just yet. First things first, we have to get out of this room. How long have I been asleep? The door's locked, and you need the key code to get out of the room. The solution's pretty simple, having you use the pattern here and a combination of the constellations on the ceiling. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This also has the added benefit of having you look up Eilish's towel.
They did it on purpose.
Okay, now that we're free, we have access to a new room. In here, we begin to learn more about Eilish's past. What? 4 years? No. This has to be a mistake. They couldn't have kept me in that incubator for that long, right? 4 years? My body, it changed during that time. I'm taller now. My features are more mature. I don't look like myself anymore. It's kind of scary. I really hope they had a good reason for this. We continue to learn more about Eilish's past through journal entries, notes, and logs. We learn about experiments, her her interactions with the staff, and some sort of mysterious infection. The tank was cozy and all, but I'm not a pickle. Though I'm looking at my reflection, seems like my shape got a little upgrade. We also find another code for the next keypad so we can move on. Making it out into the main hallway, we find that all of the doors are locked. So we have to figure out how to get them open. Locked, just like the other doors. I should probably check the exit. And here we're introduced to our first zombie. Zombies? Real ones? But they're only in the movies. Oh well. Okay, hold on. They left me here with zombies. Needless to say, Eilish isn't happy about her current situation, but she knows she has to figure out a plan. And I am definitely not ready for this, in every possible way. I can't just go out there bare-bottomed. Oh wow, actually, my bottom looks great. But nope, way too valuable to let zombies take it.
And there's nothing more valuable than that.
Using her new motivation, she finds a keycard to get into the control room. After solving a simple puzzle to reroute the power, the doors are unlocked, so now Eilish can get into these rooms. Alright, that should have worked. This is Eilish's childhood room. Here we're able to get supplies, like a flashlight. We're also able to get her dressed in something other than a towel, but it won't be so simple. Once again, you're gonna have to solve a puzzle. To get to her clothes, you need a key. That key is locked away in a box. To unlock the box, you'll need cylinders. These cylinders are hidden all over the facility. To locate them, you'll need to use the hints in Eilish's childhood drawings. Oh, and did I mention the drawings are hidden too? Yeah, so you've got your work cut out for you.
Why is everything so fucking hard?
Good thing there are some interesting things to find along the way. I'll take that. After thoroughly searching each area, solving all of the puzzles, and finding all 4 cylinders, you still have one step left, and that's to use the cylinders to solve one last puzzle. Though this one's pretty simple, so now I've got a key and can finally get dressed. Now I just need to grab my uniform from it. Hope it still fits me. Yeah, I have a feeling it's not gonna fit. The clothing system lets you put on each piece individually. And even though I'm dressed, I need one more thing. I need something to defend myself. Good thing I hid a knife in the room years ago. So after a brief search, I'm now ready to confront my first zombie. Alright, first encounter here, with my little dinky knife.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Damn zombie-like freaks. Haven't I suffered enough because of you already? Alright, now I'm mad. And ready. Just don't let them bite me on the butt. It's priceless. We're now introduced to stealth and combat. And honestly, both are pretty simple. Mostly having you just mash the attack button until the zombies stop moving. Yeah, and what?
I am a warrior.
I climb over the barrier, explore the area, and sneak past the zombie nurses, where I then discover what I need to do next. What? Why isn't it working? No power? But why? Oh no, don't tell me I have to go to the basement. The dark, scary, cold basement. Alright, I'm exaggerating. It's actually bright, warm, and dry, and full of zombies. No way. I have to go to the basement to restore power to the elevator. But to do that, I have to go through the nurses. It's about to get real. Don't mind me. Nothing to see here. Oh God. Ow!
Get away from her, you bitch!
My very special technique of using a single button over and over has proven successful again. You want some of this? You want some of this one button action? Yeah, I didn't think so. One button. It rules them all. Next, I descend all of the stairs to the basement. It's a lot of frickin' stairs, man. Got my cardio in for the day. Jeez. When I enter the basement, I find 2 locked doors. One that needs a key, and one that's electronically locked. The door's lock is electronic, okay. Shh. Let's be very quiet, so we can use our one-button technique. Slice, slice, slice! Yeah! God! One! Stab! Down! Remember your training! While my technique was successful, I took damage in the fight, so I used a bandage. Now these don't heal you immediately, they slowly heal you over time. However, now that I have a key, I know what I need to do. Excelente. In the control room, there's a puzzle for restoring the power. Random action here. When you solve it, it restores power to the electronically controlled door, but not to the elevator. There's a problem. Power system restored 75%. Alright, the door's open. Whoa, so bright. My eyes, they're gonna pop. Oh wait, nope. I'm fine. You scared myself there for a second. So the power is only 75% restored. I need to figure out that other 25%.
Then we'll take a math water break before we run a math 5K.
After making it into the room, I have to climb through the ducts to get through. You got places to go, man? You wanna back off? Give him the old 1, 2, 3, 4. For my next encounter, I used a technique that made me almost untouchable. See if you can spot what it is. Back up. All right. Oh, you want to get me? What if I just back up? Be a little back up. You can't touch me at all. He's gonna give it back up. Oh, what? Oh, does that make you sad? You gonna go cry to your mama?
Now you're just being mean.
This next room has one of the most cryptic puzzles in the game. And while it almost seems impossible at first, just take the time to look at all of the hints around the room. It's actually really simple, it's just not obvious at first. Solving it will let you get into the locker so you can get a key. And also, there's another poster. The art in these posters is fantastic. The key opens a room that gives us the first of several power modules. These will be used for increasingly difficult environmental puzzles throughout the rest of the demo. They supply power to these electronic gates. When they're powered, they open, and when the power's removed, they close.
I figured that one out all by myself. I should be a detective.
After taking out a couple more enemies, I now have enough materials to finally test out the sewing. Alright, let's see, let's put on the sweater. Oh, that's, very nice, but I just know that's not gonna work on YouTube. And since I didn't have enough materials to sew new bottoms, I had to change her back. I can't be blurring this whole video. With that out of the way, we get to an area that's filled with zombies, supplies, and those electronic doors, turning this whole area into one big puzzle. After taking out a handful of zombies, doing a bit of climbing, and finding another electronic module, we learn a new twist to these doors. You see, each one has a specific voltage, and only that voltage will open the door. So you have to match the right module to each door. Oh crap. Okay, I gotta find a 2-volt door. I find the 2-volt door, and I also find a door that has a 4-volt module. Perfect, that's exactly what I needed. After taking out a few more zombies, I then get access to the control room again, where I can reboot the system. The elevator's not working. Ugh, why am I not surprised? Alright, let's see. System failure detected. Emergency reboot required. Please restart the elevator system manually. Oh, come on! Of course, it won't be so simple to get to the elevator control room. You now have to get through a series of gates using a whole bunch of different modules. And since every time you pull one of these modules out, it closes the gate, you have to be thoughtful about which order you do things. This section took me about 15 minutes to get through. Gee, fucking hell, finally. My God. I have aged since I started to do that puzzle. I'm older now. Much less hope in my eyes. Here is our final puzzle. Using the hint that Eilish left when she was a child, you set the switches so you can reset the elevator. Yes, I'm the best. Now the system should be fully recovered and the elevator should start working again. Now I need to get home. Maybe I'll find someone there. But all these audio recordings, Mom, Sophia, Mark, Lucia, David, they waited for me until the very end. But where's Leon? Why wasn't he in any of the audio recordings? I hope he's okay. Yeah, he was probably defending Raccoon City.
No, I get it. I get it.
All that's left for me to do now is to go back upstairs and take the elevator. And with that, the demo's over. Okay, so Lunar Eclipse is awesome. The visuals are fantastic. There's cheeky fan service that you can dial up how you want. The level design is super interesting, and it acts like one big puzzle. All of the different puzzles throughout are on the challenging side, but you're able to figure things out. I really love the sewing system. It's an interesting twist on crafting and a great way to build up your wardrobe. There's an overarching mystery that propels you forward, and while the combat is simple, it's still satisfying. This is definitely one to check out. Moving on to The Game of Annie. This is a third-person action shooter and dress-up simulator, with inspirations from The Last of Us, mostly in the post-apocalyptic world and combat against both humans and infected. While the full game has a campaign that involves exploring the apocalyptic city for supplies by day, defending your settlement at night, and developing your character with better weapons and outfits, the demo just has a few different modes that let you experience the various gameplay elements. We start in an outpost where we can talk to various survivors. Each one gives us a little backstory, but not much else. What's going on, man?
Hello, survivor.
Oh, lady?
I hope we can meet again.
Is there something you'd like to say?
You'd like to say? And I noticed every time I ended the conversation, I sliced at them. Although I wouldn't figure out why until later. What the fuck? I don't mean to keep slicing everyone. Now, of course, in the apocalypse, one of the most important things is to look good. So I had to check out the character customization options. And there's a lot here, from hair and makeup to clothes and accessories. Although a lot of it you'll have to unlock. Oh my dear Lord in heaven! Flotation devices. The real wide hips. There are a ton of accessories here. Oh look, I'm changing next to like this barrel of fire. So of course, once I got myself ready for battle, it was time to jump in. The demo has 3 modes: tutorial, skirmish, and defense. The tutorial is what you'd expect, getting you familiar with systems like crafting, combat, and stealth. Shh, we gotta be sneaky. Oh, hell yeah. Oh god, oh god, oh god. It's coming right for us.
Enemy engaged.
Oh god, there's one right there. Oh, nobody's here. Guy like exploded. Can loot their bodies. Collect booty. Yeah. I can hear him. I can hear him right behind me. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Oh, God. I don't like that you can hit a headshot and then they still just keep running. And their heads explode, but they're still coming right for you.
My God, it's coming right for us!
Get him, get him, get him! Oh! Let me have the fresh vegetables on you. Shh, I'm hunting wabbits. Oh, there's a dude. Fuck!
No one can survive.
Well, there goes the element of surprise. Oh! I can't see! Oh.
Target eliminated.
Damn tree!
Dead.
Ah, fuck!
That was pathetic. Tell your wife to come over to my place if she wants a little boozaka.
After killing the final enemy, the tutorial ends, and you're sent back to the outpost. Alright, bye.
Alright.
I tried talking to the survivors again, but I'm not sure they're much for conversation.
Is there something you'd like to say?
Guy just walks away. Alright, good chat, buddy. We'll just keep talking to this fence. So now it's time to try the skirmish mode. This mode is more or less a team deathmatch, with your team up against infected and bandits. Alright, let's see how stealthy I can be. Oh, not very stealthy. Oh, yeah. Eat this. Okay, if that reloading gets interrupted at all, it has to start completely over. I ran away to try to reload and found myself all alone. Where the fuck is everybody? Hello? I'm all by myself. What's happening? Is it like poison or something? I can barely walk. God, I can only go like a step. What is happening?
I can see the music.
Jesus. Come on! While it wasn't obvious at first, I eventually realized this is what happens when you run out of stamina. Okay, a leisurely stroll works. I then ran into a beefy boy who was taking out my whole team. I will destroy you! Man, that guy can take a lot. Can you die?
Target eliminated.
Really? Yes, really. So, let's try this again. Where's the trouble, boy?
Trouble? Trouble where? Where's trouble? Trouble at the old mill. Oh my God.
I didn't have to wait long because trouble soon found me. Oh shit. I've attracted them all to me. Go! How about a shotgun to the face? And what? Oh! Ha ha! I was starting to get confident. Maybe a little too confident. See against this big boy. Okay, not so much. Go! Oh, God! The shotgun, it does nothing! Oh my God. Take some ammo out of this floating box here. Yeah, back to the shotgun. Old trusty. I have not introduced you to my boomstick.
This is my boomstick.
I then decided to test the physics, you know, for science. Physics are physicsing.
I'm a scientist.
As the match grew to a close, the chaos ramped up. Fucking die. Oh, God. You son of a bitch, you threw the ground at me. My one weakness, the ground. God. There's too many of them. Oh. I just need to kill one more. Ha ha. With the match finally over, I wanted to see what I could get with my hard-earned loot. And I finally learned why I was slicing everyone I was talking to.
Good luck and happy.
Oh. Okay, if I don't try to close that little dialogue window, you won't stab people. Okay, let's see what we can do with all of our supplies. Here you can buy weapons and supplies, upgrade your equipment, or upgrade Annie. And you can see the attention to detail is off the charts. I can upgrade her Fortitude or Enduran. Man, that's quality. Ultimately, I decided to use my resources for more outfits. Excellent. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it clipping through her jeans like that. And with a few modifications, I had a battle nun ready for the next mode. Defense. In this mode, you have to defend your base against waves of increasingly tough enemies. Each round, you gather supplies, fortify your defenses, and then brace for the fight.
Shit! You son of a bitch!
I like when two guys say the same line, like at the same time. Fucking reloading.
Target destroyed.
I like this show like military. Target destroyed. Kill confirmed. While she's wearing that and a tail. You need to make sure you rebuild your barriers anytime they get destroyed. Alright, let's repair this window here. Guy's like way off in the corner. Can I see him? I can't. The last guy in this round seemed to be stuck just off screen. And while I couldn't hit him, I used the opportunity to fortify my defenses. Now, while we're waiting, at least I can spruce this place up a little bit. He eventually made an appearance and I was able to end the wave. So now it was time to fortify the defenses once again, resupply, and wait for the next wave. Alright, here we go. Get out of my way! Target eliminated. Oh man, they're destroying our defenses. Let's try a little bit of firepower. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, he's in here. Get him! Right in the dick! Avenge me! That was payback for that dick shot. I couldn't leave it there, so I had to jump back in and do it again. At this point, I was in the zone, a killing machine, taking out everybody in the first two waves like it was nothing. And then it happened. Just like before, the last guy was stuck just off screen. So like before, I used the time to resupply and build up my defenses. But after waiting about 5 minutes, he never showed. And so that ended my time with this game. Well, I think that's it. This one's a bit hard to gauge, since there's a lot more going on in the full game, and the demo only has tastes of each game mode. The character customization is awesome, and the loop of using resources to upgrade could be really addicting. Combat feels rough, but there's potential. However, the fact that I got stuck and couldn't finish the defense mode points to the need for more technical polish, so I'd wait on this one. Moving on to Wicked Seed, a modern-day horror RPG with clear inspirations from Parasite Eve. Hell yeah. You play as Ella, who's trying to uncover the mystery of her past by exploring a dark forest, crawling with monsters.
My name is Ella Astor, and I'm a private investigator. It's been years since I've heard from my brother. Then last week, I got a letter from him. He asked me to investigate the company he's working for. And if anything should happen to me, hopefully this recording helps you track me down. This doesn't look good.
I don't know, view's pretty decent where I'm standing. Under no circumstances are you to let anyone, and I mean anyone, pass.
Well, there's nobody here to stop me. What is this red light?
And while no one was going to stop her, the giant hole in the ground would. So I had to find a different way around.
I'm gonna need to find a way around this.
Yeah, what I said. As we make our way deeper into the forests, it's clear we're not alone.
What's that? I think there's something out there. Ugh. What kind of animal could do this?
I don't know, squirrel maybe? It's honestly not a lot of blood. As we continue to follow the trail of blood, it leads to an abandoned campsite. You were right, this camping trip is just what I needed to take my mind off things. There's a certain peacefulness knowing that nobody in the world knows where we are.
I hope the campers are safe.
Yeah, that was great planning on your part. I can tell by the arm on the ground.
It's getting dark. I need to hurry and find Jacob's cabin.
We soon run into a vacant cabin with a bird stuck to the wall. Of course, that won't keep us away, so we quickly burst in and start ransacking the place, taking only the most valuable items possible.
Beer.
We find lockpicks on the dock out back that we then use to unlock a door inside the cabin.
Holy shit! What the hell happened here?
Yeah, I'm starting to suspect it wasn't a squirrel. Ooh, new costume. You'll find all sorts of costumes throughout, and of course I had to try it on. You know, for science. With the house thoroughly ransacked and costume equipped, it's time for our first fight. And the combat system is so cool. It's a hybrid of real-time and turn-based combat, where you can move around in real time, dodge or parry enemy attacks, and pause time for attacking using skills or items. Everything consumes stamina, so managing that is key.
Fucking monsters.
Just like your mom.
Get used to combat because you're gonna be doing it a lot. Like, a lot. Now, if you can manage to stagger an enemy, not only does this temporarily incapacitate them, but your attacks do extra damage, so use the opportunity to punish them hard. Yeah! And you're toast. Alright, leveled up. Even in the demo, you feel a constant sense of progression, because everything you do helps you to get stronger, whether through combat, finding new areas, or picking up something like blueberries to increase your stats permanently. Making my way through the winding paths, I come across another abandoned campsite.
Hey, is anyone here?
Mike, if for some reason you find this, then please be careful. These campsites are all empty, and the animal I thought was a deer, it wasn't. I don't know what's going on, and I'm freaking out. I keep hearing noises in the bushes. I think something is following me.
These creatures must have been following her.
After another fight, we run into yet another abandoned campsite. Here the note talks about special glasses that were left in a wet area. So, I know where I need to go. This is the first of several pieces of gear that changes your stats or gives you special abilities. We then come across an old abandoned store that we need to figure out how to get inside. Thankfully, a handy axe was left right out in front, and this should come in handy. Don't mind me, I'll just open that door right in my face. After gathering more materials, we learn about combining items. This will come in handy later. We then use the scrap we've collected to upgrade our gun. I have to say, I'm really impressed with all the systems that are in this game. This is crazy.
Which is like a good crazy.
We then make it to a broken bridge, where we know we need materials in order to repair it. I already have nails, so all that I need now is some wood.
That's what she said.
An old shack guarded by a couple of manglers and a bloated tick seemed like the perfect place to find some wood. A cool thing about the ticks is they explode and hurt the enemies in the area, so definitely target those. Haha, you weren't expecting that, were you? Going inside, we get exactly what we need. Now, let's fix the bridge. On the way back, I come across a cave, so of course I have to check it out, and I'm glad I did. Oh my god, that is a perfect crawling animation. Like, if you come across this, please run. I thought it was safe, but there's something else in here with me. Okay, so after fighting off a few enemies and gathering various supplies in the cave, I crawled back out. With all of the materials in hand, I was now able to repair the bridge. After taking out a few more enemies, we start to learn what's causing all of the chaos. You are hereby required to evacuate the area immediately. A chemical spill has been identified nearby that may lead to serious injury or death. Yeah, or monsters. Yeah, you didn't put that on the note. We then make our way to the Seaside 6, a series of cabins that are filled with monsters, supplies, and puzzles to solve. In the first cabin, we find a key to cabin number 2. We also get a shotgun. Aw, yeah. Using the key, we unlock cabin number 2, where we find a clue to solve a puzzle. Man, I feel like a genius.
Good.
This gave us the key to cabin number 4. On the way, we stopped at the laundry, where we got another costume. As we make it into cabin number 4, we finally learn about Ella's brother and how he's mixed up in all this.
Ella, if it's you reading this, thank you for coming. I know I've given you plenty of reasons not to.
Surprise, surprise, apparently an evil corporation is behind the whole thing. Jacob has made his way to a research facility and asks that you join him.
I've left a key to the park on the nightstand. Please, Ella, hurry.
Using the key, we unlock the gate and make our way to Wyatt Park. We're then introduced to new and tougher enemies, but thankfully, we're armed with our shotgun.
Oh my god, it got in my mouth.
I then gather some supplies, but before long, I hit a wall in combat. For some reason, these enemies just won't go down. Why won't you die? Why won't you die? Soon enough, I'd learn the reason. You see, the Tentaclaws will continue to summon reinforcements, and the Octoterrors will continuously heal the other enemies. This means it's important you prioritize the right enemies if you want to get through these fights.
That was rough.
Yes, it was. We then run across another cabin, and this has all sorts of goodies inside, like increasing the capacity for our backpack and a new gun. Oh hell yeah! Once we're loaded up, it's time for the boss fight. And this was really cool and kinda gross. You see, you have to concentrate your firepower on a single area so the enemy starts to bleed. This will attract gluttonous ticks that will then help you out. And this definitely wasn't easy. Though after a couple of attempts, I finally took him out.
And stay down.
Yeah, bitch!
And that was the demo. From here, you'll see your results and get another costume. As you can see, that demo was really long, which to me shows a lot of confidence from the devs. There's a good balance of combat, exploration, and puzzles. The combat feels so fresh with all of its layered systems. You have to consider weapons, enemy prioritization, and stamina management. Ella's design is strong and there are great animations. I love the outfits and the ability to swap out armor. This is one you absolutely need to check out. Alright, I saved the best for last. This is the Killing Antidote, a total love letter to Resident Evil, made by the two-person development team at Metal Star Studio. You play as Jody, a freelance reporter investigating the origins of a zombie outbreak. And surprise, surprise, an evil megacorporation is behind it all. Oh my god, what was that? I'm terrified. Better check my email. After clearing out my spam folder, I come across my first big obstacle. A box. My old nemesis. I can conquer you. You don't look so tough. See? With my newfound confidence, I push forward. But it becomes clear not everyone is so lucky. Hey, are you sleeping? Sleeping, buddy? Better not wake him. He's probably sleeping. Yeah, he's probably sleeping. After such a chaotic event, I'd be tuckered too. Next, I find my first weapon, a knife.
A knife?
And I immediately put it to use. To the side of the head. Oh man. I then get an even deadlier implement of death. On top of breaking skulls, the hatchet is great for breaking boards. Jody then had to crawl. Yeah, it's okay, but that is no wicked seed. The hatchets can also take down doors, which is pretty great. On top of taking down the zombie menace. Timber! With a yellow key card, I can now progress even further. But not before exploring the area.
Gross.
Breaking into the next room, we get ourselves a grenade. Knife, hatchet, grenade. Sure, why not? After taking out a few more baddies and solving this puzzle, we get a gun. Yes, trusty old 9mm. Using our yellow keycard, we get access to our first costume. Very breezy, I see. And we also get access to a whole new area. Yeah, what she said. This section has some simple platforming, and needless to say, it took me a few tries. Okay, how do we, let's see, just run? Do you just kind of jump out there? Oh, shit. A little run and a jump. Fuck. Just to get, shit. Alright, steady. Here we go. Fuck! Come on, come on. Let's line it up. And away we go. Yes, yes. All right. Yeah, so here's the deal. When the game says to unequip your weapon to jump further, you should listen.
Ain't that a kick in the pants?
I then get my next costume before heading up to the 3rd floor. Where all hell breaks loose. Dropping down to the 2nd floor, I spot something curious, and it reminds me of playing The Legend of Zelda for some reason. So, what to do? I then get access to more supplies and another costume. Holy shit, man, you feeling okay? You don't look so good. These zombies ain't acting right, so I'm gonna need heavier firepower. Good thing I come across a shotgun. Aw, yeah. I then grab a backpack for more carrying capacity, before checking some emails again. Oh yeah, and this computer lets me unlock a remote door. But apparently all the zombies were waiting for that to happen because they all go freaking nuts.
再见。没完没了了。呸！讨厌的家伙。
Getting access to the newly reset door ends the demo. But we're not quite done just yet. This gives you your stats, but also you have access to a challenge mode. In the full game, there's a bunch of challenge modes, but in the demo, you just have range. This is essentially a shooting gallery where you need to try to hit all the targets as fast as you can. Needless to say, I suck, but it's really awesome to see how much game there is to play. The Killing Antidote is the gold standard for fanservice horror. The visuals are nearly AAA. The costume system is fantastic, but it's not just a pretty face. The gameplay is top tier. Combat feels awesome, with each weapon having its own purpose. The puzzles are fun to figure out, and the level design is S tier. The game has been in early access for a while, and it's one that I love is on PC, but I have no doubt if this released on other platforms, it would be a huge success. If you haven't played it, you owe it to yourself to give it a go. There we go, 6 of the wildest Resident Evil clones on Steam. Which one was your favorite, and which one was the worst? Also, which game should I play next? Alright, see you next time.